ఒకసారి చూడండి సార్. వాయిస్ ఆడిబుల్ అవుతుందా సార్? Is it audible now? Is it audible? Okay. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. Due to some technical issues, I think we almost delayed by 15 minutes. Not your issue. Today we will have the class till 8 o'clock. From tomorrow, you will be having the class from 5 to 8 o'clock. From tomorrow, you will be having the class 5 to 8 o'clock. Technical and verbal ability. See, today we will be discussing recently asked Infosys verbal ability question. Let us check the first question. Fill in the blank with the most appropriate choice. His library 70,000 of his forms dash and so was his of pictures. What is the most appropriate answer? We have to fill in the blank. Let us check one by one. Let us check the option A. What is meant by ostracism? Any idea? What is meant by ostracism? Please comment if anybody have idea about the ostracism. Ostracism. What is meant by ostracism? See, ostracism is nothing but removing a member from a group or a society. We can simply say it as, suppose if you have a WhatsApp group and in your WhatsApp group you are having 20 to 30 people and 5 more people. You should not, you don't require 5 people. You have to remove 5 people from the WhatsApp group. Then to remove a member from a group or society, we will use the word called ostracism. The next question. What is the next option? Ostentation. Ostentation. What is meant by ostentation? Excessive display. Listen everyone, when you have a concept called ostentation or you hear the word called ostentation, it is nothing but displaying a huge amount of things just to impress the other members. Ostentation is nothing but you are having something and you want to display to the others and you want to impress the others because of the display. Suppose if you are going for a museum or a library, anything like where a group of things are there to impress you. Suppose if you are going for an art gallery, you can see a lot of things. In that purpose, we will use the concept called ostentation. And the third option, what is meant by third option? Obvious is nothing but overly eager, over excitement, overly eagerness or over excitement, and to offer unwanted help. If you don't want any help, but still you are helping, that is meant by obnoxious. And noisome. Noisome is nothing but harmfulness. When you are checking for any harmfulness or a harmful thing, you will go for the noisome. Abstraction. There are 4 words: ostracism, ostentation, obvious, and noisome. What is the correct option? Comment in the chat. What is the correct option? See, here we have a gallery of pictures. Gallery of pictures is nothing but it is used to impress some people. If you are displaying anything to impress some people, you will go for the what? Ostentation. Ostentation means it is used to impress other people. Like if you are going for any museum, there we will have some like old objects or old things to impress the people. So ostentation is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Now let us discuss the second question. Which part of the sentence given below has grammatical errors? Option for the first question, option 2 is the correct answer. Ostentation. It is used and feel that his library has 70,000 volumes. Volumes is nothing but 70,000 quantity of books was one of his forms, ostentation and pictures. The answer is option 2, ostentation. Now we'll go for the second question. Which part of the sentence given below has grammatical error? He told the cops. What is meant by cops? Generally, if you are going for the UK English or recent English, then cops are nothing but polices. He told the cops that he did not know anything about the incident in front of his house. The options given are that he did know the accident in, he told the cops, front of his house, know anything about. Any guesses for the second question? Any guesses for the second question? If you correctly read the spellings, you can easily identify the things. See, he told the cops. Cops are nothing but polices that he did not know anything about the. Yes, Sushma, good, very good. Sushma, very good. Jaya Venkat. Check with the option whether it is option 4 or 5. Front of his house. Yes, yes. See, what we have to write instead of NO, no? Instead of NO, you are correct. He did not know anything, but instead of NO, no, what we have to write? Dipti, very good. Sushma, good, yes. See, he told the cops that he did not know about the accident in front of his house. He tells that he did not have any information or he didn't know anything about the accident that was happened in front of his house. Good. See, when we are discussing any sentence grammatical error, the first thing you have to check is you have to check all the spellings in the sentence. After checking the sentence spellings, then you go for the grammatical. Then go for the third one. The same question. His library 70,000 one of the forms. Voice is it audible? The voice is audible. No. Yes. Okay. Good. I think the third question was repeated. The first question is audible. Comment in the chat box. Is I voice is audible? Now go for the fourth question. The COVID-19 pandemic has dash daily life. The dash of the wide ranging. See, here the most options are given: AFF, ECTD affected. Is it audible? Now is it audible? Check. Is it audible? See, Sushma yes, Manikanta is good. What is meant by affected? AFF, ECT affected. And what is meant by EFF, ECT effects? Listen, let us divide the entire fourth question into two sentences. The first sentence, the COVID pandemic has dash daily life. It is already happened. So the first option should be in the past tense. Here all the four options given in the past tense. Okay, past tense. What is the second option? The dash of the COVID-19 pandemic or wide ranging ing. When you are having the ing form wide ranging, it is in the present tense. It is in the present tense. So the first option should be in the past tense and the second option should be in the present tense. See, and when you are dealing with the second part of the sentence, it is a singular thing. COVID-19 is a singular thing. So definitely it should end with the S. Simple present tense. What is meant by simple present tense? If you are doing with the singular person, he, she, it should go with the, it should end with the S affix. See, let us discuss about the meaning of affected, AFF, ECTED, TS affects. What is meant by affected? Affected means nothing but to have an impact. Suppose due to the COVID-19, many people lost their daily life. Means that many people lost their lives. You can tell it as many people have died. Affected. AFF, ECTED. The impact or the result of some sentence will go for the affected. And what is meant by effects? Consequences of something that was happened in the past. If you are dealing with the consequences of something which was happened, concept called EFFCTS effects. So the right options are effects. Option A is the right answer. Option A. See, many people have given the option 4. Why option 4 is wrong? Here we are dealing with the simple every day. When you are dealing with the simple present tense, for the concept called S effects. If you are dealing with the group of objects, then you will go for the like single EFF ECT effect. Here COVID-19 of one disease. Disease is nothing but it is having a it. Nagina Sheikh affected comma affects as correct answer. Now we will go for the fifth question. The sentence below has been divided into three parts. Select the part of the sentence that has an error. If the sentence has no error, select the option no error. That is the fourth option. Simultaneously compromise. Read the sentence. Stimulus, comprise, chemical, mechanical, thermal, photic, and electric charges in the environment of the organism. Once again, I am reading the sentence. Stimulus, comprise chemical, mechanical, thermal, photic, and electrical charges in the environment of the organism. Once cross check, Nagina shake. Sushma, please once check again. Stimulus comprise. Here, how many things are there? Chemical, mechanical, thermal, photic, electrical charges. Total 5 charges are there. What you have to write if there are 5 charges? Check once again. See, there are 5 charges mentioned. What are the 5 different types of charges? Chemical charge, mechanical charge, thermal charge, photic charge, and electrical charge. 5 charges is nothing but plural form. Pravalika, Padarthi. Yes, good. Comprise means what? When you are dealing with only one thing, when you are dealing with single person or single object, you will go for the comprise. Here the things are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 things are there. So the option is answer 1 is correct answer. Stimulus comprises. See here stimulus comprises. We will be discussing comprises because we are having plural number of charges: chemical charge, mechanical charge, thermal charge, photic charge, and electrical charges. Changes. Total 5 changes are there. So we have to deal with the plural form. Comprises. Stimulus comprises chemical, mechanical, thermal, photic, and electrical changes in the environment of the organism. The option 1 is correct answer. Sushma, good. Now go for the sixth question. Which of the following is the grammatically correct alternate for the same? Which of the following is the grammatically correct alternative for the same? First option. Listen to soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stress and anxiety. Listening to soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stress and anxiety. Listening soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stress and anxiety. Listening to soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stress and anxiety. I think option 2 and 4 are same. Listening to soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stress and anxiety. I think the same option is repeated 2 times. Then we make the fourth option as instead of makes made. Fourth option you make instead of makes made. Any guesses? Matana Deepti. Sentence which is correct, which is which is in the correct form. Three options will be in the wrong form, and only one option will be in the correct form. Any guesses? The same question is asked, I think, in two shifts. Both morning and evening shifts, the same question is repeated last time with the same options. In here, change the option, fourth option, listening to soft and soothing songs. Instead of makes, you write made. Made me forget all my stress and anxiety. Because option 2 and 4 are same. See, when you are dealing with the concept listening, or when you are reading the word listening, it is mandatory to keep two, TO2. It is a combination. Suppose if you are in the class, you are listening to the two is a combination where always they both should be in the same form. Identify the correct sentence. The correct sentence is option 2. Listening to soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stresses and anxiety. Option 2 is the right answer. Lakshmi, good. Option 2 is the right answer. The reason is when you are dealing with the word listening, it is mandatory to keep the TO2 along with the listening. Okay? Any doubt? If you are having doubt, you can comment on sixth question. Till now we have discussed 1, 2. I think the third question is same as the first question, and 4, 5, 6. Till here, any doubts? Listening to soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stress and anxiety. Go for the seventh question. Which of these choices is a grammatically correct alternative for the given below sentences? Manikanta Perumalla. See, I will repeat it once again. No problem. See, which of the following sentence is the grammatically correct alternative for the same? That means we have to identify the grammatically correct option in the given sentences. First, listen. What is the first option? Listen to soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stresses and anxiety. The second option, listening to soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stresses and anxiety. Third option, listening, but here TO2 is not there. See, there is a rule. What is the rule in English? When you are dealing with the, or when you are reading the word listening, it is mandatory to keep the TO2 just beside the listening. Listening and TO2 are the combination. Simply like, suppose if you are dealing with the since, you have to mention the time period. It is a rule in English. Since 1999, since 1942. If you are dealing with the for, like we can tell the number for 5 years, for 4 years. Same way, when you are dealing with the listening, it is mandatory to keep the TO2. Listening to soft and soothing songs makes me forget all my stress and anxiety. Is it clear? It is the rule in the English to mention listening and TO2. It is the combination. Is it clear? Should I repeat it once again? Manikanta, is it clear? We will go for the seventh question. Which of these choices is a grammatically correct alternative for the given below sentences? What is the sentence? Go straight and turning right at the next light. What are the options given? Ghost writer, to right at light, ghost right and turn and right at the next light, ghost right and turn right at the next light, ghost right and turns right at the next light. See, Tatikonda Manjari. Option 3, ghost right and turn right at the next light. Any guesses for the seventh question? Ghost right and turning right at the next light. Deepthi, option 3. Option 3, good. Sri Lakshmi, very good. Option 3, ghost right and turn right at the next light. Option 3, Nagina Sheikh, good. Akash, for which exam is this? It is specially Infosys based campus equipment. For Infosys. Nagina Sheikh, option 3, good. Manikanta Perumala, option 3, good. See, why we should not go for the option 1? What is the reason? What the question given? Ghost right and turning right. And here there is a conjunction called and. How many questions are there? Like we will be having session till 8 o'clock. We will discuss as many questions as possible. See, we'll go for the option 1. Ghost writer to writes at light. When you are dealing with the option called end, after and, there should always be V1 if it is a simple present tense. See, what is the first option? Ghost writer to writes at light. It is incorrect because improper word usage. Here, striter to writes. Striter again to writes. It is improper. The sentence is formed in an improper way. So we should not go for the option A. And second option, ghost right and turned right at the next light. It is also incorrect. Why second option is incorrect? Because turned is the past tense. Turned is the past tense and it does not match the proper tone. Yes. What is the third one? Ghost right and turn right at the next slide. It is because it uses the imperative mode consistently for giving the directions. When you are dealing with the go or tur and turn, we have always used the imperative sentence. Imperative mode should be used. Option 3 is the right answer. Let us go for the eighth one. Let us go for the eighth one. Which part of the sentence given below has grammatical error? Same. Kate pulling out his dolls one after the other and said they had no clues on them. Eighth question. Eighth question. Kate pulling out his hands one after the other and said they had no clues on them. Options are dolls one after, they had no. Third option, the other and said option, clues on them. Fifth option, Kate pulling out his. Any guesses for the eighth question? Eighth question. Any guesses for the eighth question? Correctly check the sentence of this tense of the sentence. Kate pulling out his dolls. Deepti, very very good. See, Kate pulling out his hands. It is in the present tense. Pulling out is nothing but present tense. In the same sentence, and we have called and said. Said is past tense. Said is past tense, and pulling is the present tense. So, said. Said is the past tense, and pulling is the present tense. So, automatically the error will be in the first part. Kate pulled out his dolls one after the other and said they had no clues on them. Option 5 is the correct option. Instead of pulling out his dolls, we have to tell pulled. Pulled out his dolls one after. Yes, Pravalika Padati, good. Instead of pulling, we have to tell pulled. Instead of pulling, we have to write the pulled. Because said is in the past tense, pulling will be in the present tense. So the entire sentence should be in the same tense. Nagasai Mukesh, good. Now let us go for the ninth question. Fill in the blank with most appropriate choice. They know poisonous plants could dash noxious properties. First of all, what is meant by noxious? What is meant by noxious? What is meant by noxious? Comment if anybody. Comment. See, noxious is nothing but bad, which is very, very danger. When you want to tell like anything that is very danger, if it is bad or dangerous, yes, harmful. So, one good, harmful. We can tell it as harmful, bad, dangerous, anything we can tell. They knew poisonous plants could dash noxious properties. First of all, what is extinguish is nothing but to put. Extinguish is nothing but to put or out or quench. Eliminate. What is meant by eliminate? Something. Quash. Quash means suppress. The thing, anything, if you want to suppress or reject or you want to remove from the anything, you can go for the quash. Emanate. Emanate is plants releasing harmful things. It is a flow. We can simply say it as emanate is nothing but flow of a thing. Emanate is flow. Emanate is nothing but flow. Quash means suppress. See, poisonous plants suppress the poisonous properties. No, it is wrong. Why? Because poisonous plants always flow the poisonous properties only. In the question only they have given poisonous plants could always flow the poisonous properties. So the emanate is the correct answer. Option D. Option D is the correct answer. Now let us go for the ninth question. Ninth, ninth question already completed. Let us go for the 10th question. See, for the ninth question, the correct answer is emanate. Why? Because emanate is nothing but flow of things, flow of properties. They know poisonous plants could flow poisonous properties. Now go for the 10th question. Mandatory voting improves democracy. Pujita Pili. Good. 10th question. Mandatory voting improves democracy. Yes, right. Increases voter turnout, increases voter awareness, connects the voter with the leaders, and reduces amount spent by political parties for campaigning. There are over 50 countries which have implemented mandatory voting. These countries have government services or even imprisonments in rape resistance. Which of the following choices, if true, strengthens the argument given below? What is meant by mandatory? Mandatory is nothing but compulsory. Compulsory voting should be done in more than 50 countries. What is the sentence describes? Countries where voting is compulsory so that they can increase the voter awareness. Now we have to find out the choices if true stands the argument given above. It is morally wrong to penalize or imprison a person not voting. Low voter turnout has been directly linked to declining democracy. Most countries which do not have mandatory voting are developed nations. None of the given options. When you are like attempting the 10th question, you should be very, very careful. The first thing is very, very careful. And you should not go for any controversy things. Like when you are going for any these type of questions, like that is dealing with any country's independence or any country's democracy, the first thing is you should not go for any controversy operations. See what is the third option? Most countries which do not 10 to 15 developed nations will be there. Here what they are mentioned, 50 countries have mandatory voting. So the third option is definitely wrong. And the first one is morally wrong to penalize or imprison a person not voting. It is their choice. If they want to vote, they can vote. If they don't want to vote, they should like they will not vote. Like it is morally why we should say like it is a morally wrong or good. It is their choice. And what is the second option? Lower voter turnout has been directly linked to the declining democracy. See, once you go with the second option, lower voter turnout has been directly linked to the declining democracy. What is meant by democracy, first of all? By the people, of the people, for the people. We can simply say it as democracy is the people's opinion. Like low voter turnout, yes, it may be right. The option 2 is right. Because if the people are having less vote percentage, like they can directly say that they are declining the democracy. More people are actively participating in the elections, like we can say that like everybody is actively participating in the democracy and they are encouraging the democracy. Less people are voting means we can directly say that they are declining the democracy. It is morally wrong to penalize or imprison a person not voting. See, the first option is why not option one? Like say, wait, I will tell you. It is morally wrong to penalize or prison a person not voting. See, these like it may be a controversy topic also. In some countries, like if you go for the Iraq or some any Muslim country nation, their hijab is mandatory. Hijab is mandatory. But in some countries, there is no option called it is like their choice. They can vote or not vote. Like in some nations, hijab is mandatory. They should definitely wear the hijab. Then we cannot say that like it is your choice, you should wear, you should not wear. See, there are some things called where some things will be mandatory to perform. If like it is a democratic country only, like if India is a democratic country, so it for us it is our choice to vote or not to vote. But in all the countries, their laws are different. See, in many countries, Their own laws will be there. Their own constitutions will be there. So for us, it may be right. For them, it may be wrong. I think you have understood. See, it is morally wrong. It is also something related to the controversy. It may or may not be. If some country has like make it mandatory, definitely you have to vote. Then you have to vote. You have to respect the country's laws. So low voter turnout has been democratic in a declining democracy. Option 2 is the right answer. Once again, I am repeating, like when you are dealing with these types of questions, the first thing you have to do is avoid the controversy options. Avoid the controversy options, the first thing you have to do. Now go for the 11th question. Which part of the sentence given below has grammatical error? See, it is already repeated, I think so. 11th question is also repeated. 1 minute. See, if you correctly observe the questions, one or two questions are repeated. Suppose if you go for the third question, the first question, the same thing is repeated for the third question. And the 11th question is also repeated. 11th question is also repeated, same thing. Before we have discussed this one. So, if you are going ninth question answer, for the ninth question, emanate is the correct answer. Emanate is nothing but flow of things, releasing of things. So, emanate is the correct option. The meaning of emanate is the poisonous plants always releases the poisonous properties. The 11th question is also repeated, that he did know. Once go with all 10 questions, just take 2 minutes of time, and once check with all 10 questions. If you are having a comment it, I will repeat it once again. Not a issue. Challa, which question should I repeat? All 10 questions should I repeat once again? Or any specific question like you are having confusion? Rishi, Challa Rishi, like what is the okay? I will repeat it once again. Okay, okay, no, no, not a issue. I will repeat it once again. But like one thing, if you have observed, when we are dealing with the questions like 1 to 11 questions, one or two questions are repeated. That means in if like many questions, Infosys having the patterns that some of the questions will be repeated in different shifts. Suppose if you are one question is asked in the first shift or morning shift, they may have the chance that the same question will be repeated in the third shift or second shift also. So if anybody are going for the exam for the second shift or the third shift, please cross check with the first shift questions. If anybody or any of your friends are attending for the first shift, See, if you are having any doubt on specific question, and one more thing, like mostly you focus on the things like subject verb agreement. There is a concept called subject verb agreement. If you have time, like please go for the subject verb agreement at least 1 hour to 1.5 hours. Because if you are correctly observing the paper pattern, many questions are having the concept called find out the grammatical errors, find out the grammatical errors. See, the exam will be in the online mode only. Exam will be in the online mode. If you are going for the TCS or some other exams, it may be in the offline TCS and digital centers. But for Infosys, the exam will be in the online mode only. Tell me one and first question and second question. Okay, no problem. See, and one more thing, if you are preparing for any company specific questions, like please go through to the previous year's questions because if you are going for Accenture or any other company, this session is especially for Infosys. Like if you are going for the Infosys or any MNCs, out of 20 to 30% questions will be repeated questions. It is for sure. 20 to 30% questions will be in the repeated mode. So please go through the previous papers. And if when you are going with the concepts called fill in the blanks with the most appropriate choice, you have to be very familiar with the meanings of the words. The first question, fill in the blank with the most appropriate choice. His library 70,000 volumes was one of his forms dash, and so that depends upon your college. Mostly it will be in the in center only. Mostly it will be in the in center, but people will be there, like recruiters from the Infosys will be there. In presence of them only, you will take the exam in the lab, I think so. Okay, like it's out of the syllabus. We see here the option is ostination. Ostination is nothing but you are displaying the things I mentioned previously. If you are going for any museum, like advantage of museum by seeing the old things or any things that is very very impressive for seeing, like for visible. So if for the thing for impressive the others, then we have to use the option called ostination. Here the ostination is the right. His library 70,000 volumes was one of his forms. Ostination, and so was his gallery of pictures. And the second sentence, I think you asked the Sheikh Shahir asked for the also. The second question, he told the cops that he did not know anything. See, what is meant by NO no? He did not know anything about the accident in front of his house. Here, instead of NO no, you have to use the word KNOW no. Instead of NO no, you have to go for KNOW no. Because you don't know anything about the accident that was happened in front of your house. He told the cops also the same thing. He did not know anything. It's not NO no. It's KNOW no. See, the first question and third question are repeated. And the second question and 11th question are also repeated. So they may have choice that some questions will be repeated like previous shifts questions. These questions are taken from the various shifts. Anybody are having doubts regarding how to prepare for the verbal ability for Infosys or any MNCs? Like the first thing you have to be very very good on familiar with the basic concepts. What are the basic concepts that you may expect in any verbal exam? Comment. What are the basic? What are the basic things? For the second question, KNOW no, not NO no. Comment what are the important topics you have to prepare for the verbal ability. First thing, you have to be very good with yes spotting errors. See, for the concept of spotting errors, you have to be good with articles, prepositions, and tenses, especially tenses. What are the different types of tenses? Simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, questions. But in these questions, we are not discussing anything about the present perfect continuous tense and past perfect continuous tense. To be very good with the present perfect. Like I have been preparing the for the exam since 1999. You have to be very good with since and for. Yes, sir, and also ordered jumbled questions. Jumbled questions will be also having, but it may or may not. Based on the shift, they may or may not ask. See, you have to be very good subject verb agreement. In when you are dealing with the subject verb agreement, like you will be discussing some concepts regarding and for either or neither nor, and some more topics will be there. After this session, please refer any book or go for the YouTube and learn some previous questions about subject corrections. This year, I think, is having very bulk hiring. Please go with the previous year's questions as after or before. It's having very bulk hiring this year. Please go through the previous questions. I think iCare Academy is also having a lot of previous year's questions. And one more thing, sorry for the inconvenience. Yesterday, the technical session is little bit delayed, and tomorrow definitely there is going to be a technical session from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, the session will be from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Some technical questions like regarding technical questions will be there along with the reasoning topics also. When you are going for verbal, please give less priority to the questions that like most fill in the blank with the most appropriate choice, because there will be a lot of options. Like if you are learning 10 words, again 10 more new words will come. If you are learning 15 words, again 15 more new words will come. So, firstly, you mainly focus. The first thing you have to focus is tenses and prepositions, articles. Like keep the sentences in the correct order. Then go for the grammatical things, grammatical errors. If you are good with prepositions, articles, and sentences and spellings of the sentences, automatically you will be very good with the find out the grammatical errors. Sheikh Shahir, what is the doubt? You can ask question or what is the thing you are having doubt. Third question. The first question and third question is same. See, what is the question? Fill in the blank with the most appropriate choice. His library, 70,000 volumes. What is meant by volumes? First of all, volumes is nothing but books or quantity, we can say it as. Simply, we can say it as quantity. His library is having 70,000 books, was one of the forms, dash, and so was his gallery of pictures. See, we will be discussing the four options. What is the first option? Ostracism. See, I think many of you people are having doubts, doubts with your exam pattern. Listen. See, after explaining the third question, I will be telling the how many questions from quantitative aptitude, how many questions from the logical reasoning, and how many questions from the verbal ability will be asked, and what is the time given. I will discuss those everything. See, ostracism. What is meant by ostracism? Ostracism is nothing but removing a specific person from a group or society. Ostracism is linked to the removing the things. Any WhatsApp group, suppose if you are 10 people in the WhatsApp group and you want to remove two or three members from the group, then you go for the ostracism. Ostracism things from a specific group. Officious. What is meant by officious? Which is not necessary. Like it's not fit also. If you are offering anything which is not necessary, then you can simply call it as officious. And noisome. Noisome is nothing but it is very offensive or harmful or dangerous. Already before you have discussed noxious. Noxious or noisome is almost same. Harmful or like anything that is dangerous. Ostination. Ostination is nothing but like it is displaying the wealth, displaying anything wealth or any things that will be impressive for looking for the others. But displaying the wealth or anything that is impressive for others. So for the first question or same first and third questions are same. Ostination is the right answer. See now Manikanta Perumal, he is asking like how many total questions are there in Infosys? Please tell me, sir. See if you are going for the pattern for the generally for quantitative aptitude there will be 10 questions. Saujanya Munagala. See, like I will tell everything. First, for the first quantitative aptitude is 10 questions. Having time is 35 minutes. And for logical reasoning, 15 questions will be there, and the time allocated for the logical reasoning is 35 minutes. For quantitative aptitude, 10 questions, 35 minutes. Logical reasoning, 15 questions, 35 minutes. Very, very important. Verbal ability, 40 questions, 35 minutes. Verbal ability, 40 questions, 35 minutes. Logical reasoning, 50 are there. And Saujanya Managal asked the question that what is the approximate cutoff? See, like cutoff may vary according to the shift and the exam mode of difficulty. Like there will be no specific cutoff. Suppose if the paper is easy, if you are like scoring, let us take for 100, you are scoring 95%. Everybody are scoring 95%. Then what is the use? Depending upon the exam shift and the mode of difficulty of the shift and number of people attending the shift, the cutoff may vary. If the exam is for the little bit exam is difficult, then the cutoff will be little bit less only when compared to the if the shift is having high difficulty or the shift is having very easy paper, then the percentage for that cutoff will be more. Depending upon the shift and the date of exam and the number of people attending the exam, the cutoff will be varied. See, the number of questions for aptitude is 10 questions and the time allocated is 35. Reasoning 15 questions 35 minutes, and for verbal ability 40 questions 35 minutes. I think the information is very helpful. If you are having any doubts regarding the Infosys exam, you can comment. I think the exam they are asking 20th. I think today is 17th, almost 18th, 19th. Only 2 days are left for your exam. Mostly focus on verbal ability because it is having 40 questions. 40 questions, 35 minutes. If you want to score like little bit high marks, you can like write any mock exams or anything. Any doubts? If you are having any doubts, comment or we will end this session. Sheikh Shahid, any doubts or like we can end this session? Let me know. Offline or online? I don't know that you are having exam on not on 20th. That you can contact your TPO or any of your college people. Exam in center or in online. The exam will be in the online only, but it will be in the lab. The people from the Infosys will acquire the lab of your college and they will conduct. How can we prepare for urban? Generally, you can refer a lot of YouTube videos if you are having, and like you can go for some indiabix.com, Insta. There are a lot of websites to prepare for the urban. There is no one specific website. The only thing you have to be good with basic concepts like prepositions, articles, finding the error in the sentence, as we discussed before. Dikshita ke. Tomorrow, very important session will be there for aptitude and reasoning. Please don't forget to join. The timing will be from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Regarding the dates and on difficulty level of quant, regarding the dates, like we don't know exactly. Like you can contact your TPOs or anybody. Regarding dates, I don't know. But if you are having doubts, any doubts with verbal ability, I can discuss. Difficulty level of quant. The difficulty level generally will be moderate only. Moderate only. There will be no much difficulty. The difficulty will be moderate level, moderate to hard it will be there, but not that much easy also. Okay, I'm ending this session for now. Tomorrow, sorry for the inconvenience caused yesterday. Tomorrow we'll be having the session from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Please do join and share this YouTube video link to your friends also, the people who are preparing for the Infosys.